One of the myths about green building is that, well, it costs too much. The reason it's a myth is because you end up saving energy because you made your building more energy efficient.
In the Southwest, where I grew up, I saw some examples of cave dwellings where they were oriented to the sun. Some of the things that were done hundreds of years ago were more sustainable than had been done in the last 100 years. Before there were mechanical systems, people had to rely on the use of the sun and their relationship with the sun to keep their environments, their buildings, relatively warm. Back in like the 1960s and early 70s, people had kind of forgotten all about that sort of thing. And they were designing buildings with total disregard for how much energy would be required to keep them comfortable. And so you had these big, tall glass skyscrapers, which had really no insulated value whatsoever, but they could be kept comfortable with very large mechanical systems. Once we had the energy crisis in the 70s, people started realizing we need to be more energy efficient with what we're doing. And so they started to create more energy efficient buildings using insulation in the building envelope and also orienting the building to the sun. There is a relatively recent standard called the Passive House Standard, and we have software that we can kind of simulate our designs and we can determine whether or not we are able to kind of meet that standard. The Department of Energy has a competition which is referred to as the Race to Zero competition, and they're talking about zero being zero energy.
The students have been part of the competition the past 2 years, and the last year's competition, the students worked with Habitat for Humanity. The judges really were so impressed. The students had seriously addressed all of the aspects about the livability, about the performance of the home, and about the cost of the home. They were chosen as the grand winner of that group. The competition this year, they're working with Family Promise, which is a group that keeps homeless families together. They were one of 32 teams that were picked.
My name is Sean Mayberry. I'm a senior in the Building Construction Management program. My minor is Sustainable Design. Our project this semester was to take a house that was roughly 100 years old and convert it based on Passive House standards. The house as it was currently built was not airtight at all. The energy bills were quite substantial. Today we're looking at light studies based off of our SketchUp model. We're looking at how the sunshine is going to shine through our windows, how much solar gains we're going to get inside the building.
The students this year, they go out to Colorado, to Golden, Colorado, just outside of Denver, to present. These students are taking a house and they're making it so that it's going to be really a great energy efficient house for the next 100 years.
Eventually, I'd like to get into green building. I think that's the nature of the construction industry and the nature of architecture in the future. I hope it's going to make a difference for the future, to leave this world in a better place for the next generation.